So without further ado, please give Dan a big round of applause for me. Thanks so much, Dan.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. So as she mentioned, unleash the power of intelligent marketing. And before I introduce myself and give you a little bit of background, I just want to ask a question because I'm hearing in here about one-to-one marketing in a number of different instances. Many of the discussions that have taken place have referenced one-to-one marketing. And that's exactly what I'm going to discuss with you. So if you are a dealership employee or a general manager or an owner, is there anybody in your customer base that could purchase a car today that you would never want to speak to today? Is there anybody in that DMS that could buy a car today that you'd never want to have a discussion with today? It's no, right? You want to speak to every single person that can purchase a car today. And that's what I'm going to discuss with you. It's about harnessing big data. My name is Dan Reddy and I'm with AutoAlert. And AutoAlert has a data mining platform, but it's a customer retention and client management portfolio solution. What we do at AutoAlert is we take all of your data on a regular basis every single month, and we are building repurchase quotes for every existing customer who can now get into a brand new vehicle this month for a similar or lower monthly payment. And we're doing so much more than that, but that's really the main premise of what the AutoAlert platform is all about. So in my work experience, if I can make that move forward here. Previously, I was with the Four Seasons Hotel. Before I even entered into the automotive industry, I was with Four Seasons Hotel. And I held the position of Director of Security. And you think, Director of Security enters the automotive arena. What's that all about? Well, what I can tell you is that I was introduced to the automotive world, into the automotive marketing world, and I took to it. Somebody that I knew very well was doing it. I saw some opportunity there. But what I knew was that there was very poor experiences within the dealerships themselves. I had experienced it myself, you know, to go purchase a car and the experience wasn't anything like a Four Seasons experience. So I thought maybe I could transfer some of those skill sets into the dealership and to show people that, you know, there is a way that you can treat people as they arrive at the dealership and make them feel as though this is something, because they're making a large purchase, this is something that is a pleasant experience. So I started a company called Ready Productions, which was a promotional firm, an agency. And what we did is we sent out direct marketing pieces, but I also had tuxedo-attired staff, valet parking, catering, and we did something extraordinarily different. And it was in the New England market, and it took off. It was like a wildfire that took off in the New England market. Years later, we get very, very busy, and we cannot host events any longer, so we just started doing the direct marketing. And back then, what we were doing was, and you're hearing a lot of that, is we were using Polk data and Donnelly data. And at that time, we could get registration information. That was a wonderful source. Suddenly, that data set was dried up because of the Clinton crime bill, the Driver's Privacy Protection Act. It prohibited any use of automotive registration information. So we started to tap into the DMSs. And the DMSs were out at that particular time for about 10 years, so there was a good source of data there. So data has always been the key driver. Okay, so it's not only is it the customer experience, but it's the way in which you communicate to those customers or the prospects. The advent of rushing people and creating urgency and all of that stuff has really gone by the wayside. In the past 23 years that I've been doing this, the evolution of direct marketing has changed dramatically. And what we saw was a big change in our ability to acquire specific sets of data that we could utilize to speak directly to customers on a one-to-one basis. The power of the data that AutoAlert was offering was something that was really intriguing to me. And so what I had done is I moved into the Ready Group. And the Ready Group, what we did is because I brought in some partners, we moved from Ready Productions to the Ready Group as a group of individuals. And I pursued the AutoAlert relationship because I saw the power of their data. I saw it running in dealerships that I was doing business with currently, and it was an absolute game changer. And this was 4 years ago. And so I pursued that because they didn't have an outreach communication platform that was a direct marketing initiative. Everything that they did was to create a culture within the dealership about making phone calls. Make these personalized outreach phone calls, connect with the consumer, connect with these existing customers, and just try to create an appointment. Get that appointment, get the customer to the dealership, and we'll work the deal as we normally would. So what ended up happening was, when I ended up in there, I found that there was a way for us to take what was really a phone call script and incorporate it into a direct marketing piece. We created multiple versions, depending upon the alert opportunity that was out there, depending upon whether or not they were someone that could purchase or lease a new vehicle today for a similar monthly payment, turn in their car, walk away with a new one. If they had a warranty issue, if they had a mileage issue, if they were a service conquest customer, someone that had only serviced and never purchased. And so we created all of these different opportunities where we would then market to these individuals with very specific messages, but very specific to those individuals that were receiving the pieces. It was a game changer, absolute game changer. I like to say that, and I'm from Boston, and I like to say that I can speak to every single person in Fenway Park about their particular ownership life cycle and tell them exactly what it is that we know about them and what we can do for them today. It's a total game changer. There's no longer a spray and pray. You know, the spray and pray method should be gone. If you're utilizing a spray and pray, it's probably because you don't have a data mining or an equity mining tool. One of the things that one of the presenters said earlier is if he would buy a dealership today, this is urban science, he said if he was going to buy a dealership today, the first thing that he would do would be to buy a data mining, or would to be contract with a data mining company. Brilliant. Obviously, he's getting it. This is so important. If you don't have one, if you've been considering one, I can't tell you how important it is. It is a total game changer. There isn't a dealership staff in this particular room or anywhere across the country that can take 4,000 customers today and create repurchase quotes for them on the fly. There's just no possible way to do that. So the technology has really grown. The technology is what is out there today for people to be able to utilize. You hear it all the time. There's all kinds. We saw it today. Everything is moving into technology. And what am I doing? I'm doing the tried and true sending out direct marketing pieces. That's like the old-fashioned way, right? Somebody would say, oh, that's sort of old school. I got to tell you, when you utilize data, and when you utilize data properly to unleash and harness the data of like an AutoAlert platform, you can change things. You can change the game within your dealership. So we get right into it. Sorry. We refer to it as pattern interrupt selling. So why is that important? Pattern interrupt selling. It's a useful, powerful sales technique, and it alters buying habits. So everybody is conditioned. The industry has conditioned people to think they've got a 24-month, a 36-month, a 48-month term. I really need to take this vehicle and this contract to term. There's no way I'm going to get into a new vehicle in 12 months if I have a 36-month contract. We think that way. We're conditioned to think that way. Pattern interrupt selling can only be done with technology behind it. So what's happening now is, and I was with Joey Little and I was showing him something upstairs, one of my colleagues, we were demoing, and I said, Joey, flip the payments in the AutoAlert dashboard to the least number of payments made. And he did that, and it's absolutely amazing to see. People that have made 7, 8, 10, 12 payments that qualify to get into a brand new vehicle today for a similar or lower monthly payment. It's a game changer. It is a powerful game changer. And guess what? Those people that have only got 8 months of payments that they've made, that's a wonderful trade. That's an amazing trade that you can get your hands on. You won't find that at an auction site. We have clients that do not go to the auction any longer. They use our tool and they find the vehicles that they need, those high demand vehicles, and they simply switch keys with the existing customer. And it's a beautiful premise. So customers become conditioned now. Those customers that are AutoAlert, that are doing business with an AutoAlert certified dealer, are now becoming conditioned that they can move to a new vehicle much sooner than they had initially thought that they could. For years, they had been purchasing in a certain pattern, and now we've interrupted that. The biggest thing now is that the AutoAlert certified dealer is now telling this consumer who's purchased a car, we may be calling you in the next 6, 8, 10, 12 months to get that car back. We may have a request for that specific car, and we're going to call you. So we're teeing it up early. We're asking you to tee it up early. What this does is it helps pique curiosity and it develops interest. And what that does is that I receive something, either a phone call or in my instance, a one-to-one marketing campaign, and it says that I qualify today to upgrade to a brand new vehicle. I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, I still have 3 years left on my lease. This can't be possible. Well, the big, powerful thing that we do is we quote you an exact quote. We put it right in the piece of direct marketing that you're receiving, what your monthly payment will be. And we tell you how much of an increase and how much of a decrease. We don't change your term. It's always based upon how you purchased initially. So there's no fudging the numbers. This is true, absolute quotes that are given to people. If they walk into the store today, they can trade cars. And obviously trade issues come into play, mileage, condition, et cetera. So what happens is it helps pique curiosity that develops interest. And then what happens is it sets new expectations, okay? What I love is the fact that I can get into a new car in a much quicker process. I'm not stuck in this car. Everybody wants the newest, the latest, the greatest. As soon as a new phone comes out, gotta have it. Boom, gotta have it. New model comes out of a car, gotta have it. So we are a conditioned society. What does big data allow you to do? Well, versus spray and pray, which would, for 23 years, I've been in this business, I've watched an awful lot of my competitors out there do the spray and pray, and they continue to do so today. We have to evolve, and what we've always been proud of is the fact that we've evolved over the years, and today we have an intelligent marketing platform that we can do micro-targeting. I can specifically target any particular individual. I can target you based upon whatever you're driving. If I need a specific model, or I need models for my used car department, I can target those specific owners with a message that we need your vehicle, and I can bring them in. And I can do that on a quick search. Just a quick search in AutoAlert will allow me to do that. Become customer-centric. I told you about being able to communicate with every single person in Fenway Park about their particular vehicle and their ownership and where they are. To be able to do that is so powerful, and to be able to do that in one print run. So I can speak to 10,000 people about their specific situation or their specific ownership life cycle in one print run. Very compelling. We want to send a relevant communication. Okay, you don't want to lose the relevancy of what you're doing. Somebody just spoke earlier about CRM communications. You spend a lot of money, I'm sure, on CRM communications. Between the postage and the printing and having people do it, and I know it's automated, but honestly, the relevancy is what's key. Is the stuff getting opened? Are people reading it? Does it make sense to them? Can they take some action and do something with that particular thing today, or is it just basically you sending out information that could be outdated? You should audit that information, see what it is you're sending. When you send a compelling message to someone, that compelling message changes. That means someone's going to take some action. Something has been so compelling, and you've stated something. Dan, you can now upgrade to a brand new 2016 Mercedes-Benz E-Class. Click in. That's the headline. Well, I want to know more about that. That headline captured my attention. A credible offer. Like I said, we immediately, upon opening that, will see what my current vehicle payment is and what my new payment is. And that's a key factor as well. We're showcasing what it is that you currently have and what you can do today. And in most instances, it's a lower payment. So I'm now getting into a brand new vehicle for a lower payment. In most instances, there's no money down required. It's really powerful information. And it's a credible offer. We can stand behind those offers all day long. And the power of AutoAlert is that those quotes are built at 100% MSRP, full MSRP deals, which allows you then to be able to maneuver and to negotiate when the customer arrives, if there's an issue with trade, et cetera. AutoAlert also allows you to go in and adjust your pricing as well. So most of the deals are built at 100% MSRP, and that's really the only thing that the customer doesn't know. The customer just does not know that this offer is based upon 100% MSRP. It's the only thing we're not sharing with them. Other than that, you should see the information that we're sharing with them, because we want them to know that we know a lot about them. And if we know that much about you, you've purchased your car with us, you're an existing customer, you know, we're not playing games. This is a credible, relevant, and powerful message. We directed at our high-value customers. I told you about the fact that we can go through different categories. The high-value customers are your low-hanging fruit, but those low-hanging fruit may be people that have only made 8, 10, 12 payments. The power of data, the harnessing of the big data allows us to do this. Something that no one in the dealership, if you ask today for your salespeople to go through their DMS and find the people that have made the least amount of payments and give them a call, they're like, what? Are you crazy? This guy's gonna be upside down. I'm not gonna be able to sell him a car. They're gonna think I'm nuts. I'm gonna waste my time. It's just not the case. There are thousands of leads, hot leads, high value customers in most DMSs. Deliver measurable results. Major thing that AutoAlert is able to do with our one-to-one marketing. Everything is coded. Every single mail piece that we send has a code that's attached to or that's included. We match that code to a sale within your DMS and we report it as sold. That's a validated sale. And we get people obviously that will, you know, this person would have come, their lease was coming due, they're my neighbor, they're my cousin, you know, we hear all of these things, and certainly those can be the case in a lot of instances, okay? We're not gonna dispute that, but what we hope is that we've worked in a collaborative manner to be able to help drive some traffic and drive quality leads into your dealership so that you can have a high closing ratio. We're seeing a 1% sold rate. That's massive. 1% sold rate. Most direct mail companies are using a 1% or are reporting a 1% response rate. And the reason that it's a 1% response rate is because they're giving away some kind of a premium to attract people into the showroom. And then what will happen is that company will blame you for not closing enough sales because they didn't sell any cars. It's like, well, we brought you 200 people. Well, most of them wanted the gift, you know? We can report a 1% sold rate and a 1,400% ROI. So it's really powerful information, really powerful data. So the best way to review audience is through data mining, but what is data mining without advanced tools? Well, it's the portfolio management. And you'll notice here that I'm not saying equity mining, I'm saying data mining. There's a very big difference. So we are out in a competitive market area, and a lot of the companies are out there, they're equity mining. They're looking for customers that have an equity position. AutoAlert does something very different. We look at everybody. And like I said, those people that are 6 months, 8 months, 10 months into their contract and can move to a brand new vehicle, you wouldn't find that in an equity mining tool. So the data mining is key. We're looking at all different aspects of your customers, and I'll go through some of those in a little bit. So, strategic targeting, retention versus growth. Dan, you've been talking about existing customers. We have to grow our business. We understand that too. But to retain existing customers, you have to have retention strategies. You have to be able to put forth messages that are compelling, great offers, and you have to be able to do that through a data mining process. As I said, nobody can do that in a dealership in a manual process and build out 4,000 repurchase quotes every single month. It's just impossible. Deliver relevant communications. Can't state that enough. You have your CRM communications, which are great, but you want to be able to deliver relevant communications that customers are going to become aware of on a monthly basis or when they qualify. And people qualify and they don't take advantage of the offer. Maybe they're not in the market, maybe they don't want to do this, maybe they're not ready to pull the trigger on a new car. But maybe 3 months down the road, after they've received the sort of same type of communication, they will decide, because they're seeing their payments creep up a little bit. So these relevant communications become something that the customers maybe even look forward to. It's like a statement. You have this statement that you receive, gives you a status of where you are, where your financial is, you know, et cetera, and you look at that and you rely upon that. So we're hoping to do the exact same thing. You have to understand patterns and behaviors. And that's one thing that with the AutoAlert, they've got a couple of products that are out there that are doing this, that are monitoring different things, and we're tagging customers, we're tagging emails, we're tagging Pearl leads. We're able to understand patterns and behaviors. And obviously the best thing to do is, and I come from that service culture, the culture of excellence, is to do and provide best-in-class service. It's the best thing that you can do, right? You just heard about it with the call review and the call centers, how you handle your customers, how you speak with your customers, how calls are accepted, how the process works when people enter the dealership. All of these things are creating what kind of an atmosphere, what kind of a culture people are going to do business with. So it's very important. What you also want to do is you want to grow your business, and we understand that too, and there's opportunities there to do that with this process. So targeting new opportunities. You want to convert customers that are in the service department but have never purchased with you. There's a massive amount of that. We look at data all day long. We look at dashboard data from in the AutoAlert platform, and we can see that those customers that are in your service department, a majority of them have never purchased with you. They service with you maybe because it's convenient. They service with you because they trust you. They service with you for whatever reason it might be. It's near their work, it's near their home, etc. But they've purchased where they found the best deal, right? So they drove 25 miles away, but they want to service with you because you're the local dealer. We want to convert those customers. That's a huge opportunity for you. What do we do in that instance? Well, we have a service drive process. The service drive process is very powerful. We train to that. And it's one of those things where you have a captive audience. When you have a captive audience, you have the ability to appraise trades in the drive. You have the ability to build new quotes on the fly. And with the AutoAlert system, you will know 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days in advance that so-and-so has an appointment, and you can start the process then. So when they arrive, there's something there for them. There's some meat in this for us to be able to tell you that you have an opportunity today, Mr. Customer, to be able to convert to a brand new vehicle. Purchase data. You've heard it here too today. People are talking about Polk data. You can purchase Polk data. Polk data is a great opportunity. It's not the best data in the world to be able to target and get down to the nitty-gritty like your own existing customer database, but it serves a purpose. And so we can communicate specific offers to these people, and what we do is we put pearls, personalized URLs, on these direct marketing pieces. The pearl information that's gathered is very important information because we ask you, how did you purchase your vehicle? Is it new? Was it purchased? Was it leased? Was it financed? How many payments do you have remaining? What is your monthly payment? And what kind of a vehicle are you interested in now? We take that information and now we can back into an opportunity. We can now back into a new quote for you. And that's important stuff. So purchase data does have relevance to what we're trying to do. And we can try to convert these customers. Attack the pump-ins. We see it all the time. The service customers have purchased somewhere else. They've all got your competitors' plates on the back. It's like, how do we convert those customers to showroom customers? So we attack those people with very specific offers. We change those offers. I can make a much stronger offer to you as a pump-in to try to win your business. I don't have to give away the house to my existing customers, but I need to do something to convert these people. And so we'll work with you aggressively to try to convert those customers. Identify high propensity prospects. There are lists out there. You heard it earlier today. There are hand raisers. Polk has lists of people that are going to be in the market in the next 30, 60, 90 days. You can attack those people as well. And then you want to analyze your trade-in trends. What are you seeing come in? What kind of competitive makes are coming in? Are you seeing something that we should be going after? And we can purchase those owners. We can purchase vehicle owners that are driving those particular vehicles and go after them as well. And it's all based upon data. Everything that I'm discussing is all data-driven. It's a huge opportunity for us to be able to harness this data and then to unleash it. Reduce advertising and marketing expenses. We've heard in here, how much money people are paying for a click, for ads, for digital. I mean, there are so many vendors that are attacking dealers, right? They're knocking on the door, they're looking for the business. There's a lot of money being spent to try to capture customers and try to get these people in the door. And so what we can do is with our platform and with our one-to-one marketing, we're going after very specific owners. We know them, we know what they're driving, and we know what we can do for them. And what we do is we put together that offer, And so we're not taking 10,000 names, we're not taking 15,000 names and just sending it out there hoping something sticks. We're being very specific. And that reduces your advertising expense, that it reduces your direct marketing expense immensely. So we want to identify existing customers who can purchase or lease now. That's what we do. We send the right message to the right customer at the right time. Very, very important. They may be nearing their warranty. We highlight that. You're about to exceed your warranty, or your warranty is soon to expire. We make mention of that. It's very important. And then you at risk of mileage penalty. So in our instance with the AutoAlert platform is that we amortize it out exactly what your penalty is going to be. If you continue to drive in the same habits that you've been driving currently, you will incur $2,514 worth of mileage penalties. That's a huge one. We call that out. We put a red, please note, you are at risk of incurring excess mileage penalties, and we quote the figure. Very, very powerful. People that are driving high demand trades. Again, you're gonna see that you have needs. The dealership knows that they've got specific models, they've got specific inventory needs. Dive into the platform. Tell us what you're looking for. We'll send out a targeted message. We'll get those vehicles in the house for you. So what's great about that is that you're not only getting the vehicles that you need, the high demand vehicles that are gonna sell quickly, but you're also putting someone into a brand new car. So it's like a two sale, right? Twofer. And then who's not serviced recently? Well, that's a big one also. We can take that months, 365 days, you haven't been in service. We're gonna offer you something special to try to win you back. Okay, those are the orphan customers. For some reason, they've just serviced elsewhere, maybe a competing dealership, maybe they've gone to Jiffy Lube, whatever the case may be, we're gonna go out there and we're gonna try to win those customers back. And to do so, you gotta make some compelling offers, you gotta make some really enticing offers for these people to be able to return to your dealership and win them back. So, key components of intelligent marketing. Harness big data to drive measurable results. Everything is about big data. Everything that you're hearing today and through this conference somehow, some way is related to data. What we do is we dedicate a data and marketing consultant to all of our clients. You have a dedicated person that knows your account, they know your geographical area, they work with you, they set up everything prior to the new monthly incentives coming out. So they're ready to go. They've already analyzed your data, they've been working with your data for a period of time. They know on a monthly basis what they can do for you, and they're gonna reach out to you and they're gonna go through the strategy and the plan that they have prepared for you. Customer engagement, you gotta keep it going. Obviously the customer engagement is key. We cannot let customers that are sitting there that are an opportunity go by the wayside every single month and not communicate with them. You wanna communicate with every single person that can purchase a new car. Every single one, you should communicate with them. And so we have a process to do that. There's no sense leaving anything on the table in any given month because that particular individual or several of those people may not qualify for another 3 months. There's certain situations with incentives and trade values, et cetera, that change obviously, and that changes someone's eligibility. Get them while it's hot. Go after those high value prospects with relevant communications and compelling messages. So, customer-centric, we talked about that, being able to speak to every single person about their specific ownership life cycle and what we can do for them today. Being micro-targeted, talking to them specifically about what it is that we need, talking about their warranty, talking about their mileage, pressing those hot buttons, letting them see that their payments are increasing. Well, I received my statement this month, my payment is $5 less a month. Oop. 2 months later, my payment went up. It's now $15 more per month. So as they see that change, it causes them to take action. I better jump in right now. There's an opportunity for me to now save $5 a month or increase $25 a month, whatever it might be. Something's gonna change in the next month or two. And be transparent. And so what I said to you is that we offer all the information to these customers. We put it all down in black and white so they can see what we know about them and what we can do for them. The only thing that we're not sharing with them is that it's at 100% MSRP. You're paying full MSRP. That's the only information that isn't put out there. And an enticing offer. The offers have to be extraordinarily enticing. And so what we do is we make sure that the creative is great, the offers are great, it's compelling enough that they want to take action, because it has to be impulsive, right? We're looking for those impulsive people to come out, open that piece of marketing, look at it, see a compelling headline, see a wonderful offer, and take some action. Get them into the showroom. Once the campaign is initiated on a monthly basis, could be a quarterly basis, whatever your dealership is comfortable with, we want to make sure that it's a team effort. It has to be a team effort. People have to know in the dealership facility that something's happening when you're running a specific campaign. There has to be preparation, and we do that for you. We help, we meet with people, we do meetings, we sit with your staff, we talk about what it is that we're doing, we talk about the various messages. We talk about the fact that they're going to be showing up at your specific store at a specific day based upon what we've sent out, either it's an email communication or a direct marketing communication. And then what we want to do is we want to make sure that you're communicating in your dealership to everybody, and that you're reinforcing the fact that there's something happening. Nothing worse than customers showing up on the lot or showing up in the dealership and talking about something that they only know of and the staff doesn't. It doesn't work well. There has to be some sense that this is something special that's happening, there's something here, there's a VIP offer, we have a VIP setup. When you come in with an AutoAlert mailer, that's a VIP process that we want to get you initiated and run you through the process in a very proper format. And then executing it. You have to execute well. You hear about that all the time. The execution is key. It's very important that what you do as a team, that you execute and that you try to do as much as you possibly can to make the experience the best it possibly can be. And then follow-up. Once the sale is done, the follow-up is critical. And I'm not telling you anything you don't know, but it's just about reinforcing. You know, the follow-up is so key. The sale is over, but what we want to do is make sure that we're touching base with these customers and letting them know that we may be contacting you in 6, 8, 10, 12 months to get that car back. That's the process that we go through as an AutoAlert certified dealer. So that is it. Thank you very much. I want to see if there's any questions or anything I can answer for you. The floor is yours. Yes? People ask us that all the time. So the difference is that we do things that are from a data mining standpoint. Oh, sorry. She asked, how is this different than Automotive Mastermind? And Automotive Mastermind, they do a very similar process. They're fairly new to the market, and we do a full data mining, and they are an equity mining tool. And what I talked to you about was, from an equity mining standpoint, they're not looking in the service drive. They're not looking at the service customers. You know, and I know that they're going to start initiating certain things, and they will do competitive types things that we're doing. But at the moment, we are a full data mining process. And with this one-to-one marketing that we have, we're communicating not just with those customers that are in equity, but customers that can do, we can do so much more for. We have the ability with Flex, we have a Flex Alert opportunity that we create, where we can actually create opportunities by doing something with extending the term just a little bit and lowering someone's payments. So there's a number of different things that we do. Pardon? And the CPO, we do certified, yes, exactly. We do used to used, and that's another big opportunity too. So service and CPO is a key factor that's a difference. Anyone else? Great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.